Hello and welcome to Cloud Monday. As you can see, today's new game is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And if you're familiar with my Cloud Monday series, you'll know that this has been a game that I've been trying to run for months now, but the servers just wouldn't run it. And every one of these videos I always try this game first, and it didn't work. And then today, just a random day, I tried it, it worked, and I scrambled to get all the recording equipment going. So yeah, it could be that the service has been upgraded and now the PS5 is on it. That's a possibility. That they might have split the PS5 players from streaming PS4 to actual streaming from a PS5. It's difficult to know. Sony are not exactly transparent about how the whole thing works, but here it is. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So let's start. Difficulty, normal, sure. One of the reasons why I wanted to try this game was that, yes, it's a Dragon Ball, and there's fighting, but I was wondering if the slower pace of the story would be more suitable for cloud gaming. Because remember, this has been streamed to me from PlayStation Plus. So we're looking for not just the game itself, but is the game, is it designed to be streamed? Can we save regularly? Does the slow pace help with any streaming issues? We're also looking for visual stuff. And at the moment, it looks like there's no bitrate issues. It looks like it's full resolution, which is good. If there are some streaming issues, I will try and point them out when they happen. There's always some level of difficulty with that because some things could just be the game itself. I wonder if this is the tutorial, maybe. Again, if you follow the site, you know I'm not exactly the biggest fan of this kind of setup. At least we have a picture of the controller. That's something. There's a lot here to learn instantly, and I'm just not going to be able to do it. But on the left, you can see that we've got some stuff there. Okay, so we've got the guard. Ah, nearly. I think you can dodge with the guard as well. I think that's what happened. Okay, so yeah, L1 brings up a different menu. You can see on the bottom right that I got 75 ki, I think that's what that is. And that's recharging slowly. I'm not noticing any lag in the combat. It does feel like what I'm pressing is represented by what's happening on screen. See, this is nice. At least there's a video to show what they're talking about. That I appreciate. If you can have a big card on screen, at least have a visual representation of what you're trying to teach us. So there we can see that is what we're aiming for. Whoa. Okay, Piccolo's attacking quite a lot now. He's near the end. Nothing that Kamehameha wave won't fix. So, this battle I noticed no issues. Didn't feel like any issues. So at the moment it's a good streaming experience so far. All these bright colours and stuff. Not noticing any issues of it being streamed to me. For a story recap, that sucks, doesn't it? Look how much space there is. Even in English, that doesn't quite feel right. So in terms of Dragon Ball, I'm fairly familiar with the characters in the story. Something I used to watch when I was younger. So.
この星もあと少しで攻め落とせそうだな。ラディッツ、貴様がしくじらなければもっと早く終わったはずだ。すまん。だから貴様は弱虫ラディッツと言われるんだ。次の星ではもっとうまくやる。またしくじった時は覚悟しておくんだな。そうだ、思い出した。確か俺の弟カカロットが別の星に送られていたはずだ。貴様の弟だと？まだ俺たち以外にサイヤ人がいたのか。なあ、そいつを仲間に加えればもっとうまくやれる。貴様の弟ならそれほど期待できそうにないが、どこの星だ？そう、確か地球って星だ。しかしその地球を制圧したという報告もない。何をしているカカロット。嵐の予感。
So yeah, as you can see, this is a retelling of basically Dragon Ball Z from what I gather. Excellent. Triangle. Auto text. Go. Oh, it's on already. Okay.
頭の中で強いやつと戦っててよ。強いやつ？あ、ピッコロっちゅう強いやつさ。ピッコロさん。ずっと目はピッコロ大魔王っちゅうむっちゃくちゃ悪いやつだったけどな。生まれ変わったピッコロはオラの知ってる中でもワクワクするほど一番強いやつだった。もっと強くなってあいつとまた戦いてってな。僕、戦うなんて怖いよ。おめえも修行すりゃすぐに強くなれっぞ。でもお母さんに怒られちゃうよ。あー、いけねえ。そういや食い物の材料集めてこいって父に頼まれてんだった。 何がいるんだっけな。確かお魚とリンゴだよ、父さん。ああ、そうだったな。じゃこの辺にありそうなリンゴから探すっすか。うん、僕探してくる。張り切ってんな、ご飯のやつ。
So, I understand that this is an RPG of sorts. Again, a card of, well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 things to learn in 2 cards. At least this has pictures that are relevant. See, I'm coming into this knowing that there is RPG aspects to it, so I'm not too worried. Okay, automatic collect. I do appreciate that. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, if my voice is a little off, it's because I'm still suffering a cold and sore throat. But it is getting better, thankfully. Though if you hear kind of strange pauses or gaps and no sound, that's probably me having to mute some coughing. Well, Dash doesn't use up any energy. We can't seem to fly. The map up top doesn't seem particularly useful. What will be interesting is if we can save anywhere from here. Oh, dragon in the background, it's like half or quarter frame rate. It's very noticeable. Please say we can save. Okay, so there is an autosave. And it has its own separate slot. Okay, that's good. One thing about PlayStation Plus Premium Cloud Streaming Service is that you often get only about 20 seconds warning before it's going to kick you off. So you need, you hope that games have a save system where when the symbol comes on and you've got no time left, that you're able to quickly save. Having an autosave is great, but it's also more reassuring if you can save yourself. So as you saw there with the start menu, yeah, you can save. So this is overworld, so who knows if we're going to be able to save as easily during the battles. But I guess that's something we're just going to have to wait and see. Okay, I was looking at the map thinking I've gone a little bit off, because my character icon is a triangle, an orange one, but it doesn't stick out very well until you get far away from the big orange thing in the middle. But hey, that red line was easy to see, so that helps. Okay, so that means this introduction isn't too difficult. It's an element of the game trying to make it easy for us. God, we just run so fast. I kind of want to see if there's like anything hidden. We can jump quite high doing the dash. There's also an RPG, so you wonder if there are like hidden chests or something. But I don't know. I know this is an RPG, but I don't know how much of an RPG it is.
ご飯のやつどこまで探しに行ったかな。そんなに遠くまでは行ってねえはずだが。
This is a big red line. Ah, those squares, you see them? We call that macro blocking. So instead of fine detail, we get squares of colour. And it can be really obvious sometimes.
怒られちまうから寄り道しねえで早く切らねえとな。おっと。
Because instead of fine detail, you just get a square colour. So, okay, it has a macro blocking, but it didn't get in the way of what we were doing.
よし、こんなもんかな。リンゴはこれくれでいいだろう。よく見つけてくれたな、ご飯。へでも僕、ちょっと疲れちゃった。そうか、疲れちまったか。あとは魚捕まえたら開けるから、もう少しの辛抱だぞ。まずは釣り場に行かねえとな。
I wonder if we're going to have like a fishing mini game here.
ちゃんとつい
Keep
てくれた
Gohan
ぞ。
close. Where is he? Kind of like an escort mission now. But hey, at least we've got a nice bright red light to help us. It's clear that for this game, it's more important to do the activities than it is to let us roam.
どうしたご飯。僕、疲れちゃった。もう歩けないよ。なんだ、しょうがねえな。じゃあ、父ちゃんが抱っこしてやっか。うわーい。よっと。うわーい、高い高い。もう元気になったんか。さては父ちゃんを騙したな。甘えやがってしょうがねえな。おめえは
Yeah, there's some. It looks like there are moments where the bit rate's dropping.
僕、偉い学者さんになりたい。え？おめえ変わってんな。勉強教えんのは無理だけど、修行がしたくなったら父ちゃんがバッチリ来ててやっかんな。僕、戦うのやっぱり怖いよ。そういやおめえ、釣りは初めてだったな。そうだよ。よーし、ここなら釣れそうだな。じゃ、早速始めっか。でも、どうやって釣りするの？釣り竿ないでしょ？へへ、普通は釣り竿を使うけどな。オラがガキンチョの頃は尻尾で釣りしてたんだ。尻尾で釣り？そんなことできるの？もう尻尾で水の中で泳ぐ魚の動きや気配を感じ取れるし、慣れたらなかなか簡単だぞ。ま、ほらもう尻尾がなくなっちまったけんどな。ブルマっちゅうやつにそのこと言ったら、面白がって釣り用の尻尾なんか作ってくれてよ。そうなんだ。じゃあ早速釣りやってみっか。
Wonder if this is going to be a mini game or fun prompts or something.
この辺に釣れそうな場所があったはずだぞ。
Fish. Okay, let's just try. See what happens. Okay, that's that's weird. Ooh. That's a big fish.
こんなもんかな。やったねお父さん。ああ、これ 材料集めたらなんか腹減っちまったな。魚もいっぺいあるし、ちょっと食っちまおうか。僕もちょっとお腹空いてた。あそこの焚き火で魚焼くか。
Campfire is a bit of a strange beginning to this game, because we kind of know the story of Dragon Ball. So it going this slow, it's helping us introduce the backstory and the two characters so far, but it's a little weird.
新鮮な魚はうめえや。僕食べ過ぎちゃったかも。たくさん食わねえと父ちゃんみてえに大きくなれねえぞ。今日は楽しかったね、お父さん。ああ、ご飯も手伝ってくれたしな。今度は釣りも教えてやっから一緒にやろうな。楽しみにしてるね。
Doesn't explain what any of this means though. That's the thing. We got them. Don't know what it means. That's a little frustrating. Aha! Here we go. This is what I wanted. Ah, kind of a Persona-esque social system where we have relationships with our characters. Okay. Okay, different communities. It feels a little more complicated than it needs to be. I am trying to. How am I meant to do it? There we go. If it was so keen on saying put it next to it, it could just put an arrow where exactly it wanted us to put the community thing. Oh, gifts as well, okay. This community thing, I hope that they not just do it this one time, but occasionally come back to it and maybe even suggest ones we can do. If there's like an auto assign, that'd be really useful, especially in the beginning here.
そろそろうちへ帰る？ほらもうちょっとじゃん。わかった。
So we can explore a little bit, can we? That grey you're sometimes seeing, we call that stream tear.
おっと父の用事済まさねえとな。こっちに用はねえな。
I don't know why explore was an option, but there's nothing to explore. See, there are hard barriers that I can't
父の用事済まさねえとな。
go around.
こっちに行ってもしょうがねえな。こっちに用はねえな。
Nothing for me, and there's a yellow thing right there.
父の用事済まさねえとな。あっちに用事はねえはずだ。
Yes, we've got a little bit of stream tearing again. It's if you're unfamiliar, basically it's when there's no data. If there are 30 frames a second, a stream tear seems to be when one of those frames doesn't have all the information. So with no information, essentially it looks like the PS4 or PlayStation Plus in this instance defaults to just grey. We're up high, there doesn't need to be anything up here. Again, it gave us the option to explore, but with nothing to be found. Oh. So that was L1. And I remember that from one of the other tutorial screens. Well, something about looking for key. Are we going to be able to get there? Or will the game cut us off? Oh, it's a little frustrating that we could see it.
ちょっと腹減ってきちまったな。
See, Goku is quipping now, but why couldn't he say, oh, this looks too tough for me, I'm not ready to destroy this, so I wouldn't have come all the way over here. There's one up there as well, but we can't get across there. Which means there are reasons to keep coming back to this area. But I can't get across there.
おっと父の用事済まさねえとな。あっちに用事はねえはずだ。おっと行き過ぎちまったか。そっちに行ってもしょうがねえな。
Interesting, Gohan doesn't have any key around him.
そろそろうちへ帰る？よし。じゃあ行くぞ。金トンよーい。 よっしっかり捕まってんだぞ。うわっ恐竜さんだ。バイバイ。
So we need to collect these things, okay. So, head to Goku's house, but there are also Z-orbs to collect.
金太早い早い。こいつはオラがガキの頃からずーっと乗ってんだ。
It doesn't control. How do it go up? That's the camera. Well, that's R2. R1, okay. Hey, we do get close to it. That thing's shining. Wow, the camera in this is a little bit of a weird combination. Like it's a little twitching, so it's controlling Nimbus.
じっちゃんのうち長えこと放っておいてなんか悪いな。いい子にしてないと均等には乗れねえんだが、ご飯は大丈夫みてえだな。うん大丈夫。
I can't seem to get off it. I want to see what these purple things are. But yeah, so on this it's not too bad, but trying to do small movements is kind of difficult. Again, that's not because of streaming. That's just the controls in the game. Now, the range of pickup is not. You gotta get really close to these orbs for them to be picked up. I would have liked a little bit more sort of magnetism, so they would have just come to me naturally. Like, will they come to me in the circle? No. And then yes. But mostly no. Huh. There are a load of these though. It's even worse than Crackdown if you remember that game on Xbox 360. There were all these orbs all over the place. But hey, at least it's picking up items from the trees without us having to get off Nimbus. Well, the save's on the bottom left there, so it seems to be every next section rather than every 5 minutes or so. Make a dish then, okay. I said broiled fish. And yes, the fish icon is the obvious thing to do, but if you're going to make the effort to say cook one specific thing, point an arrow at the fish just so it's obvious, and then point an arrow to this. Yes, it's a slightly different orange brown colour. I feel like a little bit more effort could have gone into making this more accessible, especially it's the start of the game. You don't have to do it for the whole game, but the first time you're asking someone to cook, it's kind of like a tutorial, just put it in.
こいつはクリリンと修行した時の石だな。この石をクリリンと探したっけ。あん時は確かクリリンがズルして勝ったから負けたオラ飯が食えなかったんだよな。
Hey, seeing encyclopedia seems like a good idea. But a series that's as old as this, having a way for us, or for anyone, to catch up with the backstory all the way from the original Dragon Ball is a neat idea. I save them pretty frequently at the moment, but there's a lot of things happening. Wait, can I pause? No, I can't pause during this. Okay. So her community level 6 for food. Yep, cooking board. So you can see we've got the Z board for Z fighters. I imagine this will be like less fightery members, but we've got a few other top there that we're going to unlock as we play. Okay, skip all cutscenes are good. If we get a warning during this, we could just skip it and quickly save. Seems an odd story recap, but I guess it's better than nothing. It feels a little odd.
この世には7つ集めればどんな願いも叶うと言われる秘宝があった。ある者は莫大な富を、またある者は王の座を願い、思うがまま手に入れたという。その究極なる秘宝の名はドラゴンボール。これはドラゴンボールとそれをめぐり世代を渡って繰り広げられる孫悟空と仲間たちの摩訶不思議な冒険である。
I was wondering if we would have this. So again, remember, we can also manually save. So I should do that. So this is definitely one of the better games for playing off the cloud. We have the ability to skip cutscenes to get straight to a manual save. The autosave seems fairly frequent, so that kind of helps with being kicked off the service.
ねえお父さん、無天老様ってどんな人？見た目はヨボヨボのじっちゃんだけど、めっちゃくちゃ強いんだ。
There's no lag in the controls either. Even this feels responsive. There's an island here. Can we get off? How do we get off? Oh, there doesn't seem to be a way for us to get off this at the moment, so we're probably still... Well, the game would probably describe as the tutorial of the level. We picked up something. So it's worth having a little explore. Hey, there we go. So where are these rewards then? So Z Encyclopedia. What's this like? Ah, keep hitting the wrong button. I need to hit circle. Whoa! That's gonna be some sort of chart. Okay, I'm guessing things like the summary there will be expanded as we learn more. Yeah, as you can see, we will unlock more as we play with the character. Okay. Huh, Nimbus is a vehicle. Okay. Raise Corin's friendship to 50 and we unlock more information about it. Okay. So that also gives us a goal, something to aim for. It's a little bit of a delay. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we do get a little bit of information on what we need to do and what we've already done. That does help. There's a lot of information there. I'm guessing we can adjust this. Yeah, we can. Okay, so there is a degree of customization here. Whoa, skill tree, look at that. Let's zoom out. Oh, that is a big skill tree. Okay, alright, okay. So yeah, there's some real RPG elements to this. So I think that will do for this first part 1. It's encouraging. The game isn't too fast. The ability to save quite frequently is great. It really is. And because the art is often quite big, even when we had macro blocking, it was still very clear where everything was, because the item that the blocking was in was still bigger than the blocking itself. Sometimes when you get macro blocking, you can obscure something completely, especially if it's something small. But so far, most of the things here have been quite big. Some of the writing is a little small. This screen isn't too bad, but when you get some of the cards on screen as a tutorial, some of their writing is a little small and could be affected by screen tearing or macro blocking. So what we're going to do now, as ever, we'll go to the PlayStation 4 on this, in this case, internet speed test, and we'll see what I'm working with tonight. So I'm going to save and I'll head there now. Okay, in settings, you go to network, and in network we go down to test internet connection. Now my PS4 is wired into the internet, so let's have a look what speeds we get today. Oh, the upload speed is really quite low, and the download speed is quite low as well. We typically get about 60, 69 download and a lot higher upload. So the fact that it worked for the first time today is strange, because it worked with worse internet, even though it always complained the internet wasn't fast enough. So I'm hoping that now we've got the PS5 having its own PlayStation Plus streaming service, that Sony have also made some changes and updates to the PS4. What would be really interesting is part 2. And I'm honestly, genuinely not confident it's going to work, because I spent so long trying to get this game to play that I don't know if this is going to be like the one and only time it works or not. So definitely come back for part 2 to see if there is a part 2. So maybe subscribe to catch that video, because yeah, I'm genuinely not sure if there will be a part 2. It's weird sensation, weird thing to say. Anyway, Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z, decent game to stream. It really is. It'll be up to you whether or not you're into RPGs and Dragon Ball and the combination of both. But if you're just casually looking for something with fighting and story and nice character art, then yeah, it is definitely one to consider. But anyway, we'll see what happens with part 2. And until then, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, or YouTube shorts, maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube. But with Ko-fi, we can get PayPal donations, and we have a couple of subscription tiers as well. But wherever or whenever I see you again, please take care.